were Yuta, Okotsu, and Rika even still around after the events of JJK Zero? Let's talk about it. But first, shout out to Kyle for sponsoring tonight's video. I appreciate the support, man. So first, a little context for anybody that needs it. At the end of JJK Zero, Okotsu makes a binding vow with Rika, saying he'll give her his entire future, his heart, his body, everything, in order to unlock her full power to defeat Geto. So why wasn't that bill collected? How did Okotsu escape this binding vow of which the punishments are usually dire? Well, as we come to find out, Okotsu is actually the one to have cursed Rika, and not the other way around. So as the bestower of the cursed, Okotsu, having willingly given himself up to her in this binding vow, dispels the curse. And Rika, as the one who was cursed, has the discretion to punish Okotsu or not. And because Rika loves Okotsu, of course she's not going to. Now you might be thinking, Okotsu just found a glitch in the system. Can't he just continuously make these binding vows to give very powerful attacks, and then just have Rika never collect on them? And no, he can't, because the real Rika, the spirit of, his childhood friend, has passed on. Because that curse was lifted in that moment, she got to pass on to the other side. Now you might be saying, but what are you talking about? Okotsu still has Rika. So you're right, he does still have Rika, but it's not really Rika. Again, the real Rika, the vengeful curse spirit that Okotsu created by placing a curse on his childhood friend, has been dispelled, and her spirit, her soul, however you want to think about it, has passed on. So that Rika, the true Rika, is gone. However, as a final parting gift, she left behind that vessel of a cursed spirit, and Okotsu can now use that as an external storage device for both cursed energy and the curse techniques that he copies with his curse technique. I know this is a bit convoluted, but essentially just think of it as this Rika serves the exact same purpose and function as the original Rika. It just no longer houses the soul of his childhood friend. Now you might be saying, but what's the point then? Why did Gege even go through with any of that? And you got to remember that Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was supposed to just be a one-shot. This was supposed to be the end of the story, but it was so popular that Gege ended up making it a full-fledged manga, the Jujutsu Kaisen that we know today. So for my money, once that happened and Gege wanted to reuse Okotsu in this story, he wanted to reuse Rika at that point as well. So he just cobbled together this reason that, this Rika is a vessel but serves the same purpose.